Hi, this is Movie Hunter. Today I'm going to tell you about the movie Top Secret, Roon. This film tells the story of a young entrepreneur who creates his own snack empire. He is determined to create a company to help his parents pay off their debts. The bank manager asks him why he wants to borrow the money, and he tells his story. When he was in high school, he liked to play games and make big money from it. He started by selling an in-game item for 12,000 baht. Then he buys a car by selling more rare items. His parents don't like his occupation and ask him to focus on school. After high school, he fails to get into a public university, but the guy doesn't care and keeps playing games. Because of the ease of making money, he spends all his savings on electronics. One day his parents ask him to enroll in a private university, which is very expensive. He also overhears them complaining about financial problems. He cannot help them because his gaming account has been blocked due to commercial activities and he has little savings left. Determined to help his father and mother, he tries to resell players with his remaining savings, but fails because he is scammed by a supplier. Seeing that things are bad, his father advises him to go to university and quit his business. The man gives him money to go to a private university, but he refuses. He does not want to be dependent on his troubled parents. At night he steals one of his father's jewelry and pawns it, promising to buy it back later. With this money he goes to a private university. During his studies he skips classes and goes to a food processor show. He rents an automatic peanut cooker to start a new business. He learns from a salesman how to cook peanuts and puts it into practice. It turns out that his dishes turn out very tasty. Then the guy and his uncle open a store in a mall, but they fail because there are no customers. After trying several places, the entrepreneurs do start to increase sales and the boy starts hiring staff. The boy's girlfriend reminds him to go back and focus on his studies, but he is still determined to build a business. Because of his absence from school, he drops out of university. To add to his problems, the business fails because the smoke from the peanut cooking process pollutes the mall. His parents ask him to go with them to China to start a new life, but he is still determined to become a businessman and pay off his family's debts so they can stay in Thailand. The guy finds out that his house has been mortgaged by a bank loan and is about to be confiscated. He feels depressed and meets his girlfriend, who is angry because he doesn't answer her message. While the guy is taking her home, she brings him fried seaweed which she bought abroad. The seaweed is delicious, and the guy wants to sell the product for his next business. He asks his professor how to preserve the salted seaweed in its packaging. The professor explains that he needs to use a vacuum machine to suck the oxygen out of the packaging and kill the bacteria. Determined, he starts his new business. He sells his automatic peanut boiling machine and buys new materials and tools. Unfortunately, his first attempt failed. The fried seaweed always tasted bitter. He sells the sea bass to the "Do you like the movie" script? I'm sure it's very interesting to you, and to learn about cool movies, subscribe to our channel, like it and turn on the bell. He doesn't give up hope of starting his own business. While they were trying to make a delicious recipe, his uncle fell and had to be hospitalized. That night, a bag falls on the floor and it rains on him. The lad continues his attempts without his uncle, but they are unsuccessful. When he runs out of supplies, he tries to fry the rain-drenched seaweed. The seaweed seems delicious to him because there was moisture inside the package. He brings it to his uncle and he likes it too. After the man recovers, they start selling fried seaweed and are successful. The lad sets his goal to sell 1 million baht a year. When his parents call him, he learns that the family's debt is 40 million baht, or $1,200,000. He falls into despair over the shocking figure. The guy listens to some motivational tapes to boost his morale and get back on his feet. After visiting the 7-Eleven store, he realizes he can sell his snacks there to increase sales. The next day he goes to the 7-Eleven office and offers his product to the director. The owner rejects his offer because the packaging design is very poor and the price is too expensive. Faced with frustration again, the girl tries to cheer him up by offering financial help from her parents. Because of his honesty, the guy declines the offer. The next day he asks a local designer to design the packaging for his product. The man reports that the product name is good enough and does not need to be adjusted. The guy, after packaging his product, brings it back to the office to show it to the director, but the owner is very busy that day and the young entrepreneur has to wait for him. Eventually he gives up and gives his snack to the office security. The guy calls his mother to tell her he is going to China. The owner also adds that in order to become a partner he has to produce 72,000 packs for 6,000 branches. His factory will also be inspected for hygiene standards. The guy agrees to the requirements and goes to the bank. He applies for a 10 million baht loan to finance his new factory. The manager congratulates him for getting this far, but rejects the offer because he is under 19 and his family has huge debt. But the guy keeps moving forward. He uses his parents' old store, which is in the process of being confiscated by the bank. The guy sells his car to fill the new factory and hires new employees. While shopping around, he discovers that his girlfriend is already with someone else. After much preparation, the factory is ready and the director arrives with an inspector. They are not satisfied with the sanitary state of the factory and see that it is not fit for work. The store owner says that they will discuss everything first and send the result later. After they have fixed the problem in the factory, the guy gets the director's approval. He is very happy and increases production to reach the required quantity. During the preparation for delivery, the guy hugs his uncle and expresses his gratitude. He also says that if they fail again this time, He will follow his parents' will and will study and live in China, because when the young entrepreneur brings in the goods, the warehouse manager tells him that his delivery is an hour late and cannot be accepted. He begs him and says he has sacrificed a lot for it. The manager feels sorry for him and accepts the packages. Feeling relieved, the boy calls his parents and says they can finally go back to Thailand. At the end of the film, we are told that after 2 years with 7-Eleven, the young entrepreneur pays off his parents' debt of 40 million baht and the family can move back into the house. He also applies for a 400 million baht loan to expand his factory. In 2010, the guy has 2,500 employees. He supplies his products to 6,000 branches of 7-Eleven and exports seaweed snacks to 27 countries. The guy also owns a seaweed plantation in South Korea, and at age 26 he has a turnover of $45 million. And this video is almost over. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss interesting movies and watch our other videos. Have a great day.